The 81 kilo category has, for whatever reason, flown somewhat under the radar. Liang Xiaomei has been untouchable, even by her Olympic champion teammate, Wang Zhiyu. But lurking in the shadows, or really the non-Olympic 87 kilo category, has been Europe's answer to Liang Xiaomei, Solfrid Koanda of Norway, a lifter who has, since her entry into the sport at the international level in 2021, increased her total at all but one competition and become a serious thorn in the side of Team China.
Absolutely extraordinary lift.
A little more about these two before we move on to the likes of Egypt's Sara Ahmed, the US battle between Vibert and Mattie Rgers, Eileen Cikamatana, and more. Also, some valuable context. Solfrid Koanda has competed once as an 81 kilo weightlifter, which ranked her so highly, third in fact, that her place at the Olympics in that category has been very secure. She has since competed in the 87 kilo category as essentially a heavy 81, weighing as little as 83.86 in that heavier category. But you see, as new to senior international competition as Solfrid Koanda is, she isn't as new as Liang Xiaomei, whose first senior international was 2022 at the first Olympic qualifier.
She can't get it.
For that reason, we had little idea of her abilities. She won, as did Solfrid in the heavier category.
It's a strong clean.
These two have in many ways gone on to mirror each other, albeit with Liang Xiaomei slightly ahead and weighing slightly less. She is of course in the driver's seat.
Absolutely. She's got it. Incredible.
And much like Solfrid, Liang Xiaomei has also increased her total in all but one international, now with a world record 284 kilos, which included a 161 kilo world record clean and jerk. This performance was from the Grand Prix in Doha last December. Her training up until that point had looked amazing. This 284 kilo total put her 16 kilos ahead of any other 81 in the world, and surely a lock for Team China at the Olympics. Remember, like all countries, they can only send a maximum of 3 women, but with her being 6% ahead of world champion Sara Ahmed, who sits at number 2 in the world, she could probably miss 3 or even 4 attempts and still win. Until, at the most recent European Championships, a returning Solfrid Koanda turned up to compete in the 87 kilo class. Having bombed out of her last competition, the 2023 World Championships, where she could have easily won, she made a 120 kilo snatch, only 3 kilos shy of Xiaomei's best.
So solid. That's perfect.
Gosh, that looked easy.
That was the right number, the right way.
Easy.
In the clean and jerk, she hit 160 kilos, an 8 kilo personal best, and only 4 kilos shy of Liang Xiaomei's total world record. Considering the speed of Solfrid's progress, it feels fair to say that if her progress balances out with the weight cut for the Olympic Games, and she stays at that sort of 280 kilo range, suddenly Liang Xiaomei would need to make all 6 of her lifts to win. Both of them compete in Thailand at the IWF World Cup next week, the final Olympic qualifier, where they look to continue to battle from separate categories. Yes, Liang Xiaomei needs to beat the other 81s, but that won't be a problem. Her real battle will be with Solfrid, who lifts the following day and has the benefit of seeing the total she needs to get close to. If Solfrid can indeed scare China away, she's the most obvious Olympic champion in that category. As mentioned, Sara Ahmed from Egypt technically sits at number 2 in the category with her 268 kilo total. Despite an injury in Saudi Arabia at the World Championships, Sara competed in the lighter 76 kilo category and still won her second senior world title. Ecuador's Tamara Salazar and Australia's Eileen Cikamatana joined Sara Ahmed as the 3 athletes all capable of medaling at the Olympics behind the 2 frontrunners. Of course, only one of them can make it, but with best totals in this category separated only by 7 kilos, things are looking very tight between them. Their battle at the World Cup will help shed more clarity on what we can expect in Paris. One of the most emotionally involved journeys for many weightlifting fans out there has been that of Mattie Rgers from the USA, and for good reason. After medaling in the 76s during the first Olympic qualifier, she then bumped up to the 81 kilo Olympic category and climbed well into that top 10.
Guarantees a medal in the total.
However, despite her continued improvement in the total from 247 kilos all the way up to 252 kilos, her position within that top 10 started to fall. She currently sits in 10th. But for the US women, that's not enough. Their 3 Olympic spots will go to the athletes with the highest ranked women, which right now looks like Jordan De La Cruz, Olivia Reeves, and Mary Tyson Lappin. To make matters worse for Mattie Rgers, Kate Vibert, also from the USA, bumped up to the 81s due to Olivia Reeves' progress in her original 71 kilo category. Essentially, Kate and Mattie would need the same 263 kilo total in the 81s as they would in the 71s in order to move into 5th in the world and potentially reclaim a slot from Mary Tyson Lappin. Both Kate and Mattie headed to the European Championships 2024 as guest athletes. Mattie unfortunately injured her leg while Kate failed to make a total. Not a great start. Weeks later, and Mattie made the announcement. She was out. Too many injuries, not enough time. Her Olympic dream for 2024 was over. On the other hand, Kate Vibert has put in some enormous training lifts, including a 160 kilo jerk. No doubt it's a tall order, but she's going to attempt the 263 kilo total in Thailand. Don't miss it. The IWF World Cup starts on March 31st and is the final Olympic qualifier. It's going to be huge. Catch it exclusively at Weightlifting House TV.